Alrighty, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. I'm going to drive by 30 acres here. There's the corner post. It's fenced for goats, at least most of it is. You see, stop here and get a good shot of it. You see a hedge post there, stabilizer post, and then T-post, and you'll see the cattle panel. I'm going to turn the engine off here. Keep from vibrating as much. Bad enough with me shaking. Then you see cattle panel, and then barbed wire at the top, and there should be another strand if there was cattle in here, but that'll keep the cattle, two strands keeps the cattle from banging that top one down and sticking their head through, and horses and whatnot. But for goats, it's okay. You got to have really good fencing for goats, because there's two things that goats want to know in life: where they are not supposed to go and how to get there. And they will, I've seen them go under a fence with a piece of barbed wire at the bottom of it. We were holding them in with multiple strands of barbed wire, and one of them just flattened, splayed its legs out, and stuck its horned head under there and skittered through, left a few bits of hair and hide on the wire, and got out and ate, and then we were standing there and went back in. So, and you can see it's been clear cut for logging to make money to pay for the land and buy parts and tractors and stuff like that. So, about done here with the 30 acres. There's Mr. Survivalist Outdoors, live through the winter with no heat guy. He had a little propane buddy heater that he'd warm up, crawl under his cotton blankets. Didn't even have a wool blanket. Very survivable here. Alrighty, so now we're starting the 10 acres. And I'm going to guess, probably not going to be able to see a flag, but it's 10 acres running deep in, so it's not square. So it's going to be, I am going to say, right about here. That would be the border of it. So it's 10 acres running lengthwise back in there. Like I said, this property on the other video, this property's been logged off. A stream, a little trickle of stream, there's water in it. So I'm going to just go real slow here because I don't know where the property ends. There's power here right on the road, so it'd be very cheap to put power in there. I'm guessing they'll do one pole in, I think, for free. There's a massive yucca plant there. So, Mayflowers, what do you call them things? May apples. I'll stop and get a shot of those little flat looking things there. When those are out, the morel mushrooms, some people can go out and find 150 morel mushrooms. They sell for a pretty good price, but most people just eat them or give them away. It's quite the sport, or quite the interest. So now we're into what would be the 25 acre lot, and that surrounds, there's another monster yucca. That would surround a 5 acre lot, and I know where the 5 acre lot is because somebody had put a camper in there. And then the house for the I drove right by the camper earlier. Man, I hope, there it is. Okay, I'm gonna back up. You can see the high traffic we got here. Actually, this is a dead end road, and it's surrounded, a lot of this is surrounded on, well, back in there where I was, the 30 acres is surrounded on 3 sides by a 2,500 acre ranch. And they are in there logging it now. So there'll be a lot of firewood because they don't want the tops. They just want to get rid of them. Tops are anything from 12 to 12 inches and down. Okay, see, this is so overgrown now. I don't even know if you're going to be able to see the camper. It's an old pop-up. We used to use those when I was a kid. My dad bought them, and easy to pull. And then you just see their tent camper. They aren't there, and that looks like it. Okay. I'm going to park here. I'm going to walk back in there. I'm thinking this is hard enough to get in and out. I'm not going to walk very far because I don't want to get ticket-fied. Although I'm going to be ticket-fied later anyway. I'm going to be doing some weed whacking. But at least I'll get a stabler picture here and put it on Zoom. So there's a dilapidated, run-down, beat-up, rotted-out tent camper. And in the screen here, yeah, okay, I can see it there. Okay, so I'm focused on it right now. And up until a few days ago, I could see the house. The house is like directly behind it, but I can't. I drove by here twice, like I said, and I can't see it for nothing. I can't even see a line of it. So I'm going to forego that for now. Go back in there when I feel like being able to take a shower and pick pics and everything. And I would think, I don't know where the access road was for it. I'm going to ask a friend of mine who's been back there and looked it over. There's a well in it too. That's worth $6 grand. So can't see it for nothing. Anyway, that's what it looks like. I'm going to go ahead and drive on out of here and call this video good. In fact, I may just call it quits here. Well, I'm going to get back in and then finish driving to the end of this is a 40 acre, 3 lots on 40 acres, 3 owners. But we could get with these people and make them an offer and make this a settlement community, and it would be a good place because it's on a dead-end road. And it would have to be a vetted situation because of the friends nearby here that we're very close with. Not gonna, no riffraff, no, have to be real money, real people, cash on the barrelhead, because it would take that money to develop it at all. We'd have to have a dozer come in and backhoe and put some roads in, and because it's all just wild. There might be some kind of a track back in there that we might be able to do a little bit with a tractor and box scraper, but I'm not seeing any road access here whatsoever from here anyway, and it might be off of the road back in on the other side, on the side of it. So I'm coming up on the end of it here. There's a phone line box, buried cable. Power lines all the way down the south end of it, so you can see that pretty clearly. Come on, scroll up. There we go. I'm going to turn the engine off here real quick again. Get a stable picture of that. So anywhere down that end, the south end, power would go in. All along the west end, power could go in. And I don't know where the other people here get their power from. Whether it's off of the side road, probably is. Might be off of that down there, because they have 80 acres back in there. Alrighty, I'm rolling. There's an abandoned property back in there with some really nice buildings. I think the guy's in jail. Hopefully he'll stay in jail forever or whatever, and not ever come back. He was not good people. So anyway, there you go. There's a big old tree down there, busted up, lightning struck, whatever, rotted and fall out. That's a barn. Another property coming up here. Just to show you the neighborhood. Another nice big tree there. This has been abandoned for quite a while, empty. It's got another shed there. And an old farmhouse. Somebody was living in there a couple years ago. So, again, this is another property that could be purchased. Just empty land. I'm going to just put this up and do a scroll around. See the train dropping off there. Nice steep hill. If you're bringing any weight in, you gotta have a good truck to pull it. My son had a dozer and was going with a pickup, and that was like, boy, I hope he doesn't lose traction on that hill. Anyway, lots of deer, lots of turkey. 3 guys came out from Mississippi the other day and got the biggest turkey they'd ever seen in their life. I mean, they're turkey hunters, serious turkey hunters, shotgun and bow both. And had 5 beards. I didn't know turkeys had, I've never hunted turkey, so I don't know. Turkey had 5 beards. The guy froze it. He's having the whole thing mounted. An awesome bird, awesome trophy. Okay, this is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon, and I'm making an offer. Serious people out there want to do something, good people. Like I said, we'll have to get to know you and vetted and verified and cash on the barrelhead and all that good stuff to make this work. So, but it's possible. Not that expensive. I'm thinking about. I don't know. I'd have to talk to a developer. I don't have any idea what it would cost to do that, but the land cost would be about $2,000. Let me roll the window up here. I don't know what the other 2 property owners want. The lady with the 10 acres wants $3,000 an acre, and she's not going to get that. But it would take probably that to put in some roads, punch in some roads, and of course, either a shared well on 2 or 3 or 4 or half of the properties. Drilled a couple, 3 wells in there. I believe there is a well in one. It'd have to be checked out, made sure it works, make sure the pump works and whatnot. So anyway, one way to get out of Babylon, come on out here, and if you're good people, if you're not, stay where you're at. If you're good people, remnant believers, give me a holler. Alrighty. Contact me through YouTube as best you can, and someday I'll get on there and find your message. Thank you. This is Jerry Diamond with How to Get Out of Babylon. If you're listening to this, you are the remnant. And yes, I did steal that from John Connor. Just go ahead and finish out this video until I get up on the highway. There's another barn and hay and stuff, abandoned property. This guy here that owns this mess is, I don't know, multi-millionaire right here, and 80-some years old, and has like 1,000 acres around here, and that's just jungle, mess. I saw a bobcat down here one day staring at me walking along. I backed up, and he walked along just staring at me like dinner. Wasn't a real big one, but boy, he was keeping his eye on me. There's a rock outcropping up here. I'll show you that as I get up to the road. I'll roll the window down so you can see it better, starting right there. Rock shelf in there that, boy, it kind of reminds me, I love a place like that. It reminds me of Colorado. The Rockies. Pretty neat little place through there. Alrighty, big hay pasture over here. My son says this is Missouri is a recreational hay state. These guys just put up hay and let it rot. Just to keep the pastures looking nice. Nothing ever eats it. Nobody ever uses it. It just rots into the ground. So a lot of capability there in the way of food for animals and fuel for stoves and whatnot. All right, signing off. Pasta lasagna. I'll be back. I don't know why he wasn't Mozart or Beethoven or something, I'll be back. And when he came back, he didn't say, I'm back. Anyway. Big old cool tree there, man. I'll tell you, that's an old tree. That could be an ent right there, you know it. All right, bye-bye.